everyone. Thank you for joining me at Customer Success Day. It's really great to be with you. My name is Marcus. I'm going to spend a little time with you talking about how to deliver a connected customer experience and why it matters. I'm on the Dynamics 365 customer service product team, and I'm actually probably going to reverse the way this title is. I'm going to start with why it matters. Why does it matter to have a great connected customer experience? Then we'll talk about more the how. But before I get too deeper into what we want to talk about today, I want to just start things off with a really high-level video just to explain the concepts behind why connected customer experience really matters.
Customer service may be complicated, but it follows some simple rules. Meet expectations and people will be satisfied. Exceed expectations and you'll build preference and loyalty. To exceed expectations today begins with a connected experience that adapts to customers' evolving needs. That means connection between customer service and field service to identify factors impacting customer satisfaction and to optimize service operations. It means engaging the customer on their terms and preferred channels 24/7. It means using features like interactive voice response to enable self-service and AI-based routing to reduce routing errors so customers get immediate resolution on the first call. It also means connection between real-time IoT applications and remote experts who can use tools like mixed reality to see a service issue and coach an on-site technician through the solution. It means connecting between every channel, voice and social, text and chat. Then infusing those experiences with gathered contextual data from past interactions and real-time conversational analytics, and using AI to anticipate customer needs, so customers can explain less, repeat less, and even get help before they ask for it. Expectations exceeded.
All right. So that video was awesome. It really painted the picture of what we were trying to do and how we can really take our customer service to the next level, take that customer experience to the next level through connections. And why doesn't everybody do that? Like, why isn't everybody going out and doing this awesome connected customer experience thing? Well, it really comes down to not having the right tools, not having the right technology, not having the right capabilities within the organization. If you don't have the right tools, basically you see that engagement with your customers goes down and brand loyalty goes down. On the customer service side, you see agent productivity going down, and the agents are really that front door and that face to your customer in the contact center. You also see a very disjointed customer experience start to happen where a customer knows that you don't necessarily know them, right? Their experience is different. How you market to them, how you sell to them, how you service them, even how you service them through different channels feels very disjointed. So we've probably all experienced this ourselves, right? You call into a contact center and you get one experience, but you engage with them on their website, you get a different experience, or you send them an email and you get a different experience. So having that disjointed customer experience is really degrading the overall situation for your customers, and that's really because the tools aren't there, the technology isn't there. So really our goal at Microsoft and along with our partners is to make sure that we have this intelligent service platform that allows you to harness everything that's happening in modern technology, including all this cool new generative AI technology that's coming down the pipe, plus all the collaboration tools to really start to proactively engage your customers and meet the needs that they have in the customer service area. So let's look at the why behind some specific people within the customer service world. So let's start with your customer, basically. If you're an organization, who do you serve? Like the customer's customer. And really, if you think about what the customer cares about, the why for the customer is they want to be able to access support and service through their terms. They want to go through their preferred channel, right? If I prefer to engage with you on social messaging channels, that should be the way that I get treated, and I should get treated the same way if I go that way versus if I engage with you by calling you. And regardless of the way I engage you, I want to be able to get really great answers, right? Answers quickly and efficiently. In some cases, I don't even want to talk to somebody. I just want to have a self-service channel and go get the information I want on my terms. Now, when you look at the agents, these are your employees that are engaging with those customers. They basically say, man, the reason why I wanted to have this updated connected customer experiences because I'm tired of all these outdated and manual systems that degrade my productivity. I'm tired of entering data into one system and then re-entering data into another system, basically becoming the equivalent of human middleware. I'm tired of having to go try to find information through a bunch of disjointed applications. I'm tired of not having a 360-degree view of my customer and knowing how they were marketed to and how they were sold. So the agents obviously are impacted if we don't have these capabilities. Supervisors as well. I think supervisors are sort of the sometimes the forgotten person within the contact center, but they're the ones that make everything work, and they're the ones that need the visibility into everything going on. They need great analytics. They need to be able to constantly look at ways that they can improve their overall operations and help their teams get better. And then the overall leader of the service organization, basically like the customer experience officer or the chief customer officer, depending on the title, that service leader is thinking about basically how do they do more with less? How do they take some digital tools and some new capabilities like generative AI and some of the new platforms and do more with the budget that they have that's probably getting reduced given some of the macroeconomic environments that we're facing. So this basically, the shift to connected customer service is impacting everybody. And in order to keep pace with it, we really need to help all of these different constituents. So if you look at some quantitative data behind each one of these, customers have told us and probably told you that they want personalized customer experience. I'm surprised this number isn't 100%, but basically 80% of customers want that personalized customer experience. They're tired of the one-size-fits-all model. 55% of agents say, I don't have the tools that I need to collaborate better within my organization and to resolve customer issues as fast as I want. Supervisors say that there's just such a gigantic growth in complexity and a gigantic growth in volume, but yet I'm getting the pressure to make my organization perform better. So they're in this tension between all the growth in complexity and growth in volume and the need to continue to keep their agents productive and serve the customers that they have. And then last but not least, the service leader, they're really all expecting their budgets to basically either stay flat or decline, right? So they're not really looking to spend a ton more on brand new solutions and brand new tools. So again, they're trying to do more with either what they have or even maybe a little bit less than what they have today. So if we look at each one of those a little bit more detail here, what are we going to do about this problem? Like, how are we going to help solve this problem? So the first thing is for the customers, we want to personalize their experience and connect to them in whatever channel that they prefer. So have that same great connected customer experience regardless of channel. For the agents, it's all about trying to make their work as effortless as possible. So give them the productivity tools and the collaboration tools, also the AI tools to do their job, right? This new generative AI is going to really revolutionize what agents can do. On the supervisor side, give them complete visibility into the entirety of their organization, all their agents, all their customers, all their cases, and so they can optimize those service operations. And then the last but not least, again, the service leader, it's all about automating and augmenting what they do so they can go as fast as they can possibly go and as lean as they can possibly go. So I just want to go a little deeper into each one of our four friends here that we've got acquainted to. So think about the things that they're looking for. First of all, the customer. Engage with the channel of their choice. So don't make them go one place to get one type of service. Let them engage with whatever channel they want. Probably even better, and especially for younger generations, they want complete self-service options. As I mentioned before, they don't really want to have to talk to somebody if they don't have to. Even if that conversation is a chat conversation, if I can go through a self-service option and get an automated response through either an interactive voice response system on the voice side or a chat bot or a portal that I can search for and get information, or even again, the new generative AI capabilities where I can ask a question through a chat interface and get answers back. That's really, really compelling. I want to be able to get support anytime, right? Don't make me just go engage with your folks when they're on duty, right? Let me get support anytime I want. And then ultimately, if I have a preferred agent or a preferred person I work with, connect me to that person or connect me to the people with those skills and those capabilities, right? That's another key thing. Don't route me to some person that doesn't know me, or doesn't know my business, doesn't know my problems. On the agent side, it starts with case management. It starts with making sure you have a modern case management capability to track everything going on with the customer. Then it's augmented by assistants, AI assistants basically, that can come in and help recommend different other cases that were like the case you're working on, or different knowledge base articles, or different people that you might want to engage with. All this is done in a real-time sense, so you're not having to wait around and go search and then come back to a customer. And then when those agents are basically at the point where, okay, I can't solve the problem, I need help, and even AI can't help me, right? I need to go out and collaborate with somebody else. I need to go out and collaborate with some other person in my organization, some subject matter expert. And we've built this whole collaboration capability that ties into Teams, so I can find my experts in Teams, bring them into a customer service case, help me solve the case, and then let them go on about their business. So they don't have to be in the Dynamics product, they can just stay in Teams. On the supervisor side, it's data-driven decisions, right? No more of the sort of gut feel. I think my contact center is working okay. I think everything's working okay. Like, let's give people the data and the analytics that they need to make those decisions on the fly. Visibility into trends and issues. What's trending? What are issues that are cropping up? Can I automate some of those things? Like if I see recurring agent cases where agents are working on a similar thing over and over and over again, are those some things I can automate and put into a chatbot or put into an IVR? As I look at those agents, are there coaching opportunities? Can I help those agents get better as I listen to their calls that are recorded, or I look at their chat transcripts and I look at things like sentiment analysis, and I see that, oh, okay, this customer sentiment trended negative when the agent engaged in this way. How can I help that agent learn from that opportunity and maybe make their next engagement that much better? Then ultimately predicting and planning for needs that may fluctuate. So if you have seasonality in your business, or you have maybe a new product launch coming up or some other things, being able to predict and plan for those is super important. And then with our service leader, she's really interested in customer acquisition, right, and customer retention. So I want to make sure that how do I make sure I can acquire new customers, but also retain the customers I have and increase my revenue. Be as efficient as I can possibly be. So help me automate things, help me drive down manual processes, make sure that I can scale, like built on an elastic cloud like Azure. So if I do have seasonality in my business, or I do have some peaks and valleys that emerge based on new product launches or new issues that come up, make sure I don't run into any kind of wall. Like I want to be able to scale to meet the demands of my customers. And ultimately, simplify things like lower costs. How do we make things simpler for customers, simpler for agents, simpler for supervisors, and ultimately try to drive costs down. So with that in mind, here's some of the results we've seen from actual customers that have gone through this journey with us, right? We've got different customers on the right of the slide there, but you see some of the stats where we've seen some customers save up to 100,000 hours weekly as they go to the cloud versus all the work that they had to do to maintain their existing systems. Some other customers have saved, less hours, but they've driven that up with automation, which translates into true dollar savings. I love the 97% of site visitors' questions resolved. That's a stat from the Miami Dolphins. So if you're joining us from outside the United States, you might not know about the Miami Dolphins, but that's an NFL football team, and they were able to deploy an automated system for responding to their fans' questions, and 97% of those visitors' questions got resolved through the bot. SHI is the one that basically increased their revenue at the same time of reducing their turnaround time. So almost those stats are one-to-one equivalent, right? As they reduce their repair turnaround time, revenue went up over the course of 5 years. HP drove up their customer advocacy through customers that are engaging through an omni-channel way by basically providing them a channel of choice and the maximum kind of customer service regardless of channel. Customer advocacy went up. And then last on the slide is Lufthansa Cargo. Lufthansa went to a complete renovation of their CRM system, not just customer service, but also sales and marketing, and found as they unified those systems together under the Dynamics product portfolio, they were able to drive down operating costs by 30%. So some really, really great customer results. I'd want to go into one very specific customer and roll a video from our friends at NatWest. So we'll do that next.
customers are everything to us.
We look at how the business operate today, how they could operate in the future, and then we come up with technology solutions to make that change happen.
NatWest is one of the largest banks in the UK. In business banking, we have 1 million customers, and what we really need is a way to stitch together all of those interactions with the customer.
Previous platforms have been quite clunky, so it didn't integrate with other key systems.
They were increasingly causing us support issues around stability. We therefore took the decision to migrate to Dynamics 365 customer service.
Microsoft have been a partner with NatWest for many years now. It's made it really, really easy, therefore, for us to integrate the new Microsoft Dynamics CRM.
We've got that seamless one single view of the customer, so they could start off their journey on the website, for example, but we would know all that interaction through this platform, whereas previously we didn't have that kind of functionality.
Relationship Manager was probably only using the system once a week. We're now seeing that 90% of our relationship managers are actually using the system every day.
It has been so much quicker. The ability to see everything that's going on with that customer in one place, whether it's helping you to drive business prioritization, whether it's helping you to look at team needs for training requirements based on the performance of our colleagues using the system. It's been able to help us identify customers with perhaps more complex needs. And through doing that over an 18-month period, we were able to move our customer service NPS by 25 points.
And we're really excited now about looking forward to actually building on the technology where we're bringing artificial intelligence and start to connect it with all of our other channels. We'll be able to have a much more holistic view of the carbon impact from our customers to help our customers make that transition towards net zero.
We have definitely benefited from some of the foresight from Microsoft in terms of their product development. Our vision, our purpose and our ambition as a bank has come together perfectly with the product development from Microsoft and our ambition to become a digital bank in a relationship world.
All right, I love that last phrase, a digital bank in a relationship world, right? It's all about customer relationships, and it's all about how you connect with those customers in through digital channels, basically. We need to move beyond some of the same ways we've connected with customers over the years and start adding in all these other digital channels to give those customers their choice. So fortunately, it's not just our customers, but it's also some of the analysts that are recognizing what we're doing together with our partners here. Forrester had a wave on core CRM solutions, which is basically sales and customer service that they released last year in the third quarter. And you see that we're really gratified to see Microsoft right up there in that leaders area. You see some of the themes that Forrester has highlighted here in terms of being able to provide insights and automation, AI-fueled best actions, collaboration, some of the things we talked about before, the needs of those different four personas that are in our customer service world. Basically, Forrester is recognizing that we're delivering against those, and that's really exciting and gratifying to see. Okay, so how do you do this connected customer experience? What's the actual product thing behind all of this? And obviously, Dynamics is a key part of it because that's where I work. But there's a lot of other things that are interesting as part of this connected customer experience. And this is why last year at Inspire we announced the Microsoft Digital Contact Center platform that includes Dynamics as well as Power Platform, Teams, and Azure, but also includes the Nuance family of products. As Nuance came into the Microsoft organization last year through an acquisition. And we were really excited as Nuance came on board. A lot of folks looked at the Nuance acquisition and they saw some of the awesome stuff that Nuance does in healthcare and said, oh, that's a great healthcare acquisition. But Nuance has equally, if not more awesome stuff in the contact center world. And that contact center stuff, we needed to really pull together into a broader platform story. And that's what had us launch the Digital Contact Center platform last year. And I always, if I ever can, I like to borrow quotes from our CEO. So Satya had a great quote at the earnings announcement, even before we did the Digital Contact Center platform announcement, where he talked about just how important Nuance is as this platform layer for building next generation AI applications, and just how important it is for us to continue to invest and innovate aggressively in the contact center market. So that's the way we get connected customer experiences, right? Is we have to move beyond just simple CRM, simple case management, those things. And we need to get into this world of a connected system, basically through a contact center, to get customers those channels of choices and to give the agents the tools that they need to do their job. Now, There's a lot in the digital contact center platform. I mean, those are 5 really heavy duty products, right? When you think about Dynamics, Nuance, Power Platform, Teams, and Azure. The good news is you don't have to do them all at once, right? You don't have to go and say, I'm going to buy the whole thing and put it all together and away I go, right? You can start in a phased adoption approach. You can start with just optimizing your agent experience with Dynamics and Teams. You can step into self-service options using Power Platform and Nuance. You can decide to add in digital channels, or maybe start with digital channels, or maybe start with the voice channels. These aren't necessarily sequential, but you can pick and choose the direction you go. And at the end, we'll talk about some next steps on how you can assess where you might sit in this continuum and where you might want to go next. But ultimately, we want to help customers get to that innovation level, at the end, where you have everything in the digital contact center platform. And as new innovations come down the pipe, things like generative AI and GPT, those can all be taken advantage of as you've deployed the rest of the platform. So I'm going to show a brief demo just to show you some of the things that are coming out here in the April wave, and then we'll wrap up with some of the benefits you get by deploying some of this and what some of the next steps are. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at a demo.
When we announced a digital contact center platform, we recognized that the nature of customer service has changed. It has become existential to brand loyalty, as 90% of Americans use quality of service as a factor in deciding whether to do business with the company. Contact centers continue to exist, of course, but more than ever, modern customer service is decentralized. With the digital contact center platform, we brought together Dynamics, Nuance, Teams, and the rest of the Microsoft suite to enable you to distribute customer service across the organization. And in doing so, anybody can be an agent in support of providing the best possible experience for your customers. The new features and enhancements we are introducing in our vision for Release Wave 1, the digital contact center platform, will promote collaboration, AI, and premier customer service anywhere at any time. Here are the top new features we're introducing. Nuance Mix and Gatekeeper integration for an integrated conversational IVR and voice authentication experience. Increased Teams integration for improved collaboration across the organization. AI-powered features such as suggested replies and suggested knowledge articles. And a new suite of omnichannel analytics tools for agents and supervisors. Now, let's take a closer look at these and other new capabilities coming in our vision for Release Wave 1 2023. Claudia is a customer at an architectural firm. Her company recently purchased industrial 3D printers to allow them to create building models to scale for their customers. Adoption has been extremely successful, so much so that it's become a significant part of their business, and our customers have come to expect a 3D model as part of the design process. So when something goes wrong with the printer, Claudia requires an immediate resolution. This printer has had a recurring issue with overheating. While previously, Claudia has attempted to resolve the issue through a virtual and live agent, today, Claudia chooses to call support. With the integrated Nuance Mix, she can have a conversational IVR experience. Combined with Nuance Gatekeeper, Claudia's previously registered voice is used to automatically authenticate her identity and identify the product her company owns. Once she's authenticated, she describes the error with the printer in natural language. The IVR agent can query the connected printer through IoT Central in order to gather diagnostic information. Looks like the printer's consistently overheating. Based on an analysis of the usage patterns, it's likely due to overuse. The IVR agent offers to transfer Claudia to a live customer service rep to discuss the issue in more detail. Claudia's hold time is minimized through an enhancement to overflow management rules that match her with an agent based upon their availability. And today, she's matched with Lillian. Lillian is a customer service rep for the 3D printer supply company. Over the course of the day, she answers customer inquiries through a wide variety of channels, often in unison. With an Outlook-style side panel in the customer service workspace, Lillian can see all of her incoming items in one place. This includes live work items such as an incoming call from Claudia. Once active, the call status will appear everywhere Lillian goes in the application, such as the case history. Transfer brings over the transcript and case history for Lillian to pick up where the IVR agent left off. It also indicates that Claudia's voice has been authenticated to make decisions on behalf of the company. On the enhanced case form, Lillian can see the most pertinent information about the incoming case on a single screen. This allows her to quickly get up to speed on Claudia's problem in real time. The printer's use definitely exceeds what it was designed for. It's a good problem to have. So Lillian discusses an upgrade to a more powerful model. She can use an AI-guided search across both internal and external knowledge sources to identify a printer that will meet Claudia's needs. She's intrigued by this but needs to find out if there's a trade-in program or another customer discount that she can discuss with her manager first. Lillian places her on hold while she investigates. She starts to chat with the account manager to discuss what can be done. The chat has now been enhanced by automatically including key case details. He's happy to allow Claudia to trade in the older model for a discount on the upgraded printer. Because they are now both connected to the director through the Teams chat, the account manager is informed through Teams when a field is updated, such as when a case status is changed to resolved. Lillian gets back to Claudia and informs her of the news, and Claudia is thrilled that Lillian was willing to go to bat for her. From that point on, the chat record is available in the timeline for future reference. With her work on a case complete, Lillian receives an incoming chat. This chat is from a customer who is frustrated about his 3D models warping and isn't sure how to fix it. A revamped conversation-centric agent experience makes it easier for Lillian to choose a more focused view of the chat. With the new suggested replies feature, an AI model trained on previously successful chats will suggest the best responses based upon the conversation. Lillian can easily customize responses for a guided and efficient resolution process. AI-generated summaries have been enhanced with a feedback loop to allow Lillian and other agents to make summaries more relevant over time. While Lillian continues to address customer inquiries, her manager Peyton is monitoring the flow of the contact center. With the new suite of omnichannel analytics tools, Peyton can understand what every agent in the contact center is working on. They can monitor the contact center capacity across channels and reallocate agents to meet demand accordingly. With near real-time responsiveness, they can identify call issues early based upon sentiment analysis, and where necessary, they can intervene or start a private chat with an agent. With this level of insight into the contact center operations, Peyton is confident that the team is going to continue to exceed their KPIs and delight their customers, no matter what channel they use. To learn more about the Digital Contact Center Platform 2023 Release Wave 1, we encourage you to review the release notes and try out the early access features as they become available.
Okay, as you can see by that demo video, we are really, really excited about some of the ways that all of these things are coming together. Basically, the nuance capability, as you saw at the front of the demo, where that's the way that the customer was engaging as they called in. They were authenticated with their voice, biometric authentication using a product called Nuance Gatekeeper. And then the rest of the conversation flowing through that whole experience with AI suggested replies and collaboration with subject matter experts and teams. It's really, really amazing as this is starting to come together. So we're excited about it. You can see some of the benefits that we hope you see through deploying some of these connected customer experience and connected customer service systems on the Digital Contact Center platform. You go from this inconsistent set of services across different channels to really a seamless customer experience across whatever channel the customer chooses. Before there were different analytics systems and different insights you'd get from different places. You could understand how your chat system was performing or your digital messaging systems were performing, but that was different than your voice systems and different maybe than some of the core customer service capabilities. All that comes together into one omni-channel dashboard that's basically real-time, giving you insights into what's going on. The integration cost goes down, right? You may still have other legacy systems and other capabilities out there you want to connect to. And fortunately, with Power Platform, we have over 1,000 different connectors to different systems. But the days of having to maintain your own fragile and expensive integrations between different systems are going away, and we can help drive down total cost of ownership as a result. And then last but not least, as you start to centralize some of these things, the multi-vendor complexity starts to get reduced, and you can start to deploy things on that one common Microsoft Azure environment and get that simple, secure, and elastic scalability that we mentioned before. So we're excited about the benefits that this connected experience can offer. We're excited about where we're going with the Digital Contact Center platform. So what's next? What would I recommend that you consider doing next? The first thing is, there's a link that should be live on the slide. If it's not live on the slide, we'll put it in the chat. But basically, there's a way for you to go out and look at your current customer service and contact center environment along that spectrum that we showed before about the phased adoption approach. Like, where would you maybe land today, and then where can you aspire to go next, and what would be some of the recommendations that we have there? Ultimately, I think it's up to you to think about your the channels that matter most to you now, right? So if you already have a voice solution in place, maybe keep that voice solution in place, but start looking at the digital channels. If you're a smaller organization, maybe voice just isn't your thing. Like, I'm not going to go and do a voice support organization. I'm just going to focus in on the digital channels. And maybe those digital channels are things like social messaging channels or Apple messages or Google messages for business. So deciding which digital channels or voice channels or email channels or whatever channels matter to you, that's a key thing as well. And then last is really to focus in on engaging with your partners, engaging with your Microsoft account team, deciding how you're going to chart your path forward, because these are not just sort of one time, put it in and you're done, right? It's an ongoing journey to make sure that you are maintaining the best connected customer experience for your organization and ultimately for your customers that you can. So we're going to continue to innovate. We're going to continue to drive our products and services forward. We'd love to work with you on that journey, basically, as we help you be more successful with the connected customer experience. So with that, I want to thank you very much for your time. Wish you a great rest of your time here at Microsoft Customer Success Day, and look forward to engaging with you in the chat, or you can also find me on LinkedIn. Thank you.